Pilipinas si Archuleta para i-promote ang kanyang bagong album sa malaking fans day na magaganap bukas sa SM Sky Dome.
The new album, The Other Side of Down, I'm promoting that. It just came out last month, and so I'm looking forward to doing some promo here in the Philippines.
Hindi naman niya naiwasan ang mga tanong na mayroon na raw namamagitan sa kanila ng kaibigang si Charice.
But I'll get to see her next week, so it'll be good to see. Charice is awesome.
Kwento ni Archuleta, nanghihinayang siya dahil hindi sila nagpang-abot sa bansa ng kaibigan niyang si Charice na busy ngayon sa taping ng Glee sa Amerika.
I haven't talked to her a whole lot lately, but I'll talk to her next week, I guess. She's so talented.
Kahit second time na ng American Idol runner-up na si David Archuleta dito sa Pilipinas, ay dinaksa pa rin ng fans ang kanyang concert. He's also here to promote his second album, The Other Side of Down. I got the chance to interview him and ask him kung ano ang hinahanap niya sa isang babae. Binigo ni American Idol Season 7 runner-up David Archuleta ang mga fans na dumaksa sa kanyang concert. Ang mga hit songs niya, sinabayan pa nila. Ipinakita rin ni David ang skills niya on piano. After more than a year, David is back in town to promote his second album. Catchy ang title nito na The Other Side of Down. But still, it reflects his positive outlook.
What is the other side of down?
Okay, so are you...
The other side of down is up. You know, life is hard, but life is good.
Mas sure na rin daw ngayon ni David sa impact na gusto niyang malikha ng kanyang musika.
I wanted to show the fun side of David because this was my last chance to make an album while I'm still a teenager.
Right, because you're turning 20 next month. Congratulations!
Thank you.
Even if he's entering his 20s, di naman daw nagmamadali si David na maka-love life. Pero sa lyrics ng isa niyang kanta, sinabi niya kung ano ang gusto niya sa isang babae.
She's anything but typical. You know, a sweet surprise. No matter what, she's looking at the bright side. And I think those are important things. I think there's so much more to girls that really you can be drawn to and attracted to that will last so much longer than just the way they look. You know?
Oh, I love you. We love you.
Mahal ko kayo, all the Filipino fans. Thank you so much.
Since last year.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to in this second visit?
It'll be good to see the Filipino fans again and get to sing for them.
Isa ang Pinas sa napiling puntahan ni David para i-promote ang kanyang bagong album dahil naging malapit na raw sa kanya ang mga Pinoy fans. Lalo na ngayon na close friend niya ang Pinay international singing sensation na si Charice Pempenko.
David, I've been reading in magazines, used magazines, that you know Charice in some occasions. Of course you know Charice.
Yeah.
And
I did a Christmas album last year. And I actually sang a duet with Charice on the album. Yeah, and it was really great because, you know, I've always had so much respect for Charice as a performer, and now I've gained so much respect for her as a person too.
Sounds like you know her very well.
Yeah, I've gone to just talk to her every now. You know, I keep in touch with her every now and then, and I will be seeing her Sunday. So, yeah, we're just performing at the same place. So.
And a lot of people always ask. I'm sure you've been asked a lot about Charice, you know. So did you get to see her debut in Glee?
You know, I was so excited to, you know, have someone I know on Glee, and it's like, oh, that's so cool because she's so talented, and I felt like it was a really good thing for her, to just like allow her to be exposed to more people too, and I felt like it was a good way for her to be exposed to that newer audience because she has such a big voice that she can do so much with it, and that sometimes people are like, oh, well, she should go here, she should go there. Glee, it's a popular show for all ages, and even, you know, especially with kids, but people, you can really just show your voice and sing, and so I felt like it was perfect for Charice because she's young, but she has a huge, powerful voice, and I thought it was a great exposure for her.
All right, everybody, we are now here with David Archuleta. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Philippines.
Oh, thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
So,
How was your last visit? How does it feel to be back in the Philippines, actually?
Oh, it feels great. It's really nice to be back. There are a lot of fans here, so it just makes me really happy to be here.
Now, how would you describe your Filipino fans? Because, you know, we all know that you're recognized all over the world. But, you know, how do you describe your Filipino supporters?
The Filipino supporters, I feel like it's another level of support because they're just very supportive, and it's really neat. I know that I mean it's just interesting, just like even the people at the airport, it was just
They're there waiting for you. That's how much they love
it's
you.
just very different here, but it's really cool.
But speaking of how much they love you, are you aware that all of the videos that you released here in the Philippines became #1 in mix?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
How
I
does
didn't
that
know that
feel?
before. That's really neat. I just thank you to the fans just for being supportive, and I'm so glad that they like the music. I think that's the best feeling, is knowing that so many people enjoy the music.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
But your music's really good. I love it.
Thank you.
My favorite song is Crush.
Oh yeah. And she genuinely loves music, and she genuinely appreciates things. So it's really cool to get to talk to her. I hope that people will just show Charice all, you know, as the respect that she deserves, because she's very sweet, and she's very you know, like I said, she's just a very genuine, real person, and yeah, I think she deserves all the success that she has, and to continue moving forward in her life.
Let's talk about your new album, The Other Side of Down. How is it different from your debut album?
Well, it's very different from, in a sense that I felt like I had a lot more of me in here.
Okay.
You know, there are a lot of different sides to people, but I wanted to show the fun side of David.
Okay.
And kind of introduce people to that, you know, because I'm always saying that, it's like, okay, well, I'm kind of a dork, and I'm kind of awkward and stuff, but I wanted.
Not.
Well, I mean, if people were to follow me around for a week, I feel like they'd kind of catch on to that, you know. So I was like, well, I kind of want to introduce people to just who David is and just be real. And it was fun because I got to be a lot more involved with the writing with these songs.
Actually, that's true. Like, what inspired you to write some of the songs here in this album?
Just my own experiences. That's what was really cool. It was, whether it was, you know, just wondering, okay, what am I going to do with myself? And, and it's like, oh, what happens next in life? Life is confusing. But just, again, at the same time, being excited for the future and just moving ahead and just making progress and growing, and then just trying to keep a positive, kind of positive
outlook.
Positive outlook and a positive atmosphere within the album songs, because I just wanted people to feel good. You know, I feel like that's important. You know, that's one of the best things you can feel, is to feel good and feel positive. So I just wanted to at least try to influence people to look at life in a different perspective, and
look at the bright side of everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now going back to your album, do you have like a favorite song in there that you wrote?
Favorite song? I really liked the title track, The Other Side of Down, just because I felt like that's what influenced. It represented my life right now, and just how I was looking at it, because it shows like how confused I get sometimes. I'm like, whoa, there's so much going on, it's overwhelming. But then at the same time, it's like, you know, I'm just gonna keep on moving forward, put one foot in front of the other. And then there's a song called My Kind of Perfect. That
sounds very sweet, though. You're kind of perfect.
Yeah.
So what is it exactly? What's your kind of perfect?
My Kind of Perfect. You know, that's kind of what the song's kind of, you know, says, that I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I think it's just looking for, you know, someone who just has, you know, good heart, because I feel like that's the thing that will last the most, and you know, because I just wanted to let girls know that you don't
listen, you girls.
That it's not all about the physical appearance. That's not what's gonna make, and that's not what's gonna make or break it for someone. I wanted girls to know that it's what's in, you know, the heart, the attitude that the girl has, the how she cares for other people, those kinds of things are what I think will really kind of
Shine through.
Yeah, shine through. That's right. Good,
Okay.
thank you.
Now let's take a trip down memory lane. How would you describe your whole Idol experience?
My Idol experience.
Intense.
It was pretty intense. There was a lot going on, a lot busy, keeping busy, and it got, could get a little overwhelming sometimes, but it was a great learning experience.
But how did you deal with the pressure? Because I understand, like you always have to come up with your own song, with your own arrangement, in front of a lot of people and judges like, Simon Cowell. How did you deal with the pressure?
It's interesting because when you're going through it, you don't feel like you can finish. You don't feel like you can do it. So
Without
it's like
falling apart.
Yeah, but what's cool is that like even though you feel that way, you just do it anyway. And all those feelings are like, oh, I can't do this and blah blah. You just have to not focus on that and ignore them, and you just keep going anyway. And then you finish. And you finish, you sing each week, or like even up to the finale, and you look back and it's like, I did it.
You just zoned out through the whole experience.
Yeah, it's amazing because it's like, even though the whole way I was like, I don't think I can do this, I don't know if I can do this, but at the same time, something inside is saying, keep going. And it's like, you just have to pay attention to that voice and follow that.
But hey, you did something really good. A lot of 30 million people loved you in that, in that competition.
Oh, thanks. No.
But what can you say about the new judges, Steven Tyler and Jennifer Lopez?
I'm excited to see that they have performers and artists now be judges, because I feel like the new judges will really be able to relate to the contestants in a different way, kind of like how Paula was. Because they know what it's like to feel all that pressure. And it's hard to explain because a lot of that pressure is from all the focus on you. Like that energy is just, it's hard to explain because there's so much attention and so many people just watching and critiquing. And you can feel that, and that's one of the most moments. And so I feel like it's them being performers, they know what it's like to feel that pressure and that attention.
So they can actually relate to you?
Yeah, because they know how that attention can alter how you perform or how you prepare. And so it'll be fun to see what they have to say.
But let's talk about your guest on iCarly and Hannah Montana. How was that whole experience?
It was really fun. I loved getting to do, iCarly was my first kind of TV appearance and ever, well, other than Idol. But no, I mean
acting appearance.
Acting, that's what I meant. It was my first acting appearance, even though it was myself. But the kids on that show, they're so cool. They're just so much, they're so much fun to hang out with. Yeah, it kind of was. And it was neat to be around kids my age who were in the industry too.
So does that mean that we're going to be seeing, more of you acting? Or?
You never know. I'd be up to doing it. It was a lot of fun.
But aside from that, what is next for David Archuleta?
Next for me, I mean, just been doing appearances and promotion for this album, but the next step is going on tour.
Oh, wow.
So I can't wait to do that and just set the tour up to get to be able to perform this album live for the fans.
And I'm sure a lot of people want to hear it live, right?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Okay, and finally, what would you like to say to all of your Filipino supporters who've been there for you ever since American Idol?
Well, to the Filipino fans, I just want to say thank you so much for the enthusiasm you've always kept and for the support you've always shown. It's meant a whole lot to me, and that's why it's always so exciting to come here. This would be my second time in the Philippines. I am just always happy to see the fans here, and I can't wait to do a full show again for all of you.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Once again, everybody, David Archuleta.